Mama, welcome to the Mrs. Mummy PhD podcast. I am your host, Dr. Michelle Gibbs, and this podcast exists to help scholarly mamas like you to achieve your life and academic goals without sacrificing what matters most. Here, we're changing the overwhelm, juggle, struggle narrative around what it means to be a mama on an academic journey to one of empowerment, fulfillment, and purposeful success. So how do we successfully navigate these journeys? Well, first, we need the space to embrace this unique blend. Let's begin by saying yes to creating a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside, because that's when we truly become purposefully whole. So get ready for the most non-traditional, unconventional, and revolutionary approach to PhD motherhood, because one thing I have learned over my many years of experience on this journey is that if you want something different, you have to do something different. But you must be brave enough to think differently first. So, Mama, are you in? Fabulous! Let's begin. These are our journeys of becoming. Hey Mama, welcome back to the podcast. I know it's Father's Day coming up, and I thought it'd be really nice to just show our dads and our spouses or anyone in your world who plays the role of a dad, or a father figure. This episode is going to be dedicated to them. We're going to show them some love. But more importantly, we are going to talk about how they can practice self-care too. We always see so much out there about self-care, and the internet and social media are so inundated with self-care messages. And that's not a bad thing, because as busy scholarly mamas, it's great that we don't have to look too far for those little reminders about the importance of self-care. But what about dads? What about dads? Don't they need to practice self-care too? Well, in this episode, I want to talk about why it's important for dads to prioritize self-care this Father's Day and beyond. So, what is self-care, and why should dads care about self-care? Self-care refers to any activity that we engage in to maintain and nourish our health, including our mental, our physical, and our emotional well-being. The World Health Organization defines it as the ability for individuals, families, and communities to promote health, prevent disease, maintain health, and to cope with illness and disability with or without the support of a healthcare provider. So that is the official definition of self-care. And while it may seem like an obvious and important concept, self-care often gets, cast aside for more pressing priorities such as work, family, and the everyday pressures of life. Nevertheless, there's so many reasons why dads should prioritize self-care. So let's get into it. Honestly, it feels like women have become the focus of this wellness movement. And I get it, because as a mum of 3, I work really hard to look after my family. But I know from experience that I can't pour from an empty cup. We talk about this on this podcast over and over again. And so I understand very well the need to practice and prioritize self-care. However, it's important to talk about the importance of self-care for our dads. There are so many dads out there working tirelessly to support their families and raise their kids from toddlers to teenagers. They don't often get the credit they deserve. And these committed fathers are also out there cooking meals in these streets, nourishing tummies in these streets, changing nappies in these streets, wiping bottoms in these streets, plus everything else in between. So as a wife and a mama of 3, and watching my husband father our boys with love and fortitude, I know that self-care matters for him too. So let's talk about the importance of self-care in fatherhood. In honor of Father's Day coming up this weekend, I wanted to take a moment to shine that spotlight on all the amazing dads. I'm talking about the ones who show up every single day and do the all-important job of parenting. I have had the dual privilege of being raised by an amazing dad and also raising our 3 boys with my amazing husband. I feel really blessed to have this. But while we are showing our appreciation for the dads in our lives this Father's Day, let's encourage them to look after themselves too. This is especially important for those dads that don't see self-care as a priority. I don't know about you, but my dad is one of those dads. He is always trying to help other people and serve other people. And I want him to look after himself too, right? You know, those dads who work really hard to look after others out of love, care, responsibility, but who don't always take the time to prioritize themselves. Do you know those type of dads? Well, we love you guys. We love you guys for all of that service and love and tender care that you show us because we know it comes naturally for you. But making your self-care a priority has to be intentional. You have to look after yourself so that you can be in a position to look after those who depend on you. So dads, I'm speaking directly to you for this one. There are so many reasons why you should prioritize self-care. I'm going to talk about 6 of the most important reasons in this episode. And of course, there are probably more, but these are really the general benefits to anyone who prioritizes self-care and can be especially relevant to our busy hands-on dads. Okay, so the first one is improving emotional well-being. As a dad, when you're able to invest time in your own self-care, this can have a major impact on your emotional well-being, and this can help you live with a greater sense of optimism and positivity. Well, my husband has to be the king of optimism. I'm not even kidding. He has to be the king of optimism. My dad is not very far off either. They both try to see the good in life and the good in people, which I love. So I know that they're not doing too badly in the self-care department in this aspect, right? I better take some notes. Anyway, in all seriousness, if you prioritize self-care, it will help you to feel happier, more satisfied, and better able to cope with the challenges that life will throw your way. I'm constantly amazed at the resilience of my husband. No matter the hurdles that he's faced in his life, he's been able to overcome them. Perhaps setting time aside to do the things that bring him joy, fulfillment, and relaxation is one of his secrets to building resilience. I don't know. But even taking small amounts of time per week to nurture your physical and emotional health can be hugely beneficial to your overall emotional well-being and on your outlook on life in general. And plus, if you're raising boys, it sets a good example for them too, as we are, right? And so the second benefit of self-care for dads is it promotes healthy relationships. Self-care can help you to be the best dad and the best person, really, that you can be, which in turn will have a positive impact on all of your other relationships. So taking regular time to invest in your personal health and well-being will allow you to be happier and more stable as an individual. And this will allow you to be more patient, more accommodating with others, and therefore have better quality relationships. This cannot be underestimated. My husband has certainly taught me a thing or two about patience. I'm telling you, that is not my strength. Hey, don't judge me. I'm just a scholarly mama trying to do her best to stay well in this journey of scholarly motherhood. But patience is definitely not one of my strengths. Even though, to be honest, it probably depends because in some things I'm very methodical, slow, patient, but not in all things. And I think, it's definitely not something that I've always been good at. It's definitely one of those things that, you've got to be intentional about and put in the work and the effort to just exercise that bit of patience, really, because it doesn't come naturally for some of us, right? But I digress. Back to the dads. Okay, so the next benefit of self-care for dads is dads who prioritize self-care really decrease their risk of burnout. And, let's face it, we all live busy lives, and regular investment in self-care for you as a dad is probably not on the top of your list, but it really is a necessity if you want to avoid burnout. So you need to find a form of self-care that works for you. This could be taking a walk or a run, spending time with family, getting a massage, watching a movie, reading a book, listening to a podcast like this one, or catching up with friends, or even playing a sport. Whatever that self-care activity looks like for you, whatever floats your boat, you should commit to engaging in that regularly to help you manage the stressful seasons of life more effectively and help you prevent burnout. So key. And also, moving on to the next benefit, that dads who look after themselves and prioritize self-care are really more present dads, because spending time engaging in self-care will allow you to become more present and more engaged with what's happening around you. You're likely to gain a better understanding of what it takes to maintain good mental, physical, and emotional health. And this will increase your awareness of your own emotional well-being, which has the potential to impact your health and wellness overall. So, of course, this has countless benefits for you and your family, because a truly present dad really is the best kind. And I know this well. I know this because my husband does this, my dad did this, and it really made me feel like I was the center of their worlds. And, they were present, they were engaged, they were there, and actually, and I say they were, but obviously they still are, all of those things. And it really strengthens our relationships. It really helps them to feel that sense of joy and satisfaction with the relationships, and also benefits all of us as a family. So yeah, dads who look after themselves are definitely more present dads. And so quickly moving on to the next point, which is that self-caring dads perform better, right? Because self-care is often seen as this like super indulgent act, when in fact, it really can have a much broader impact. So looking after yourself will help you to maintain your health, which will help you to perform better in all aspects of your life, whether that be at work, at home, with family, at play. It can just help you to be more creative and inspire your kids to do the same. So who doesn't want to win all round, right? Let's face it, it's a win-win. And so the sixth and final point that I want to make about the importance of self-care for dads is that dads who prioritize self-care will increase their quality of life. The overarching benefit of self-care in itself is that it increases our quality of life, right? That's the whole point. So by helping you to be healthier, have better relationships, and be more present. So to the dad reading this, we hope that you are spoiled this Father's Day when it comes, and that you are showered with all the love that you deserve. But more importantly, we want you to know that we appreciate you. We want you to know we love you, we appreciate you, and we wanted just to share this little reminder to also look after yourself. It's great that you have so much love to give, and we appreciate that. But we want to make sure that you are reserving some of that love for yourself as well, because you 100% deserve it. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to wish all of the dads in your world a happy Father's Day. In fact, why not just send them this episode and let them have a listen? If you are a dad listening to this because the scholarly mama in your world sent you this, she wants you to know just how much she cares about you and wants you to have the most amazing Father's Day yet. And if you're a regular listener to the show, I'm sending you, as always, lots of love and lots of gratitude. I will see you in the next episode. Take care for now, mama. See you in the next one. Thank you for tuning in to the Mrs. Mummy PhD podcast. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and if you did and you want in on this movement, please head over to mrsmummyphd.com or scholarlymamas.com. If you want to do your PhD well without sacrificing yourself or those you love dearest, then you need your hands on my free training called the PhD with Purpose Maminar. When you join us inside Scholarly Mamas Explore, you'll get access to this free training and so much more. Remember, Mama, these are our journeys of becoming.